Hello. Today, our verse of the day. Yesterday, we had our Bible class at Florida School for the Deaf and Blind, and I challenged him on the subject of humility. The verse was Philippians chapter 2, verse 7. That verse talks about Jesus willing to become a servant. Jesus was not prideful and big-headed. If anybody in the world has a right to be proud and big-headed, it's God, it's Jesus. But no, Jesus was humble. The God who created you was humble. Therefore, we ought to copy humility. We ought to be humble. Many of us are full of pride, big head. Where does pride come from? Satan. Satan, a long time ago, was in heaven with God, and he tried to be equal with God. He tried to conquer God, but God's powerful than Satan. God kicked out Satan. Now, we here on earth, we want to copy the Lord, not Satan. Pride is like a cancer. It destroys marriages. Can you imagine husbands and wives can't get along, criticizing, insulting each other, later divorce? That's pride. Kids, I challenged the deaf kids yesterday. Kids like to say, oh, I'm smarter than you, or I'm prettier than you. That's pride. We need to copy Jesus and be humble. Do you want to be saved? The only way to be saved is to humble like a child. Then you can be saved. Yesterday at FSDB, we challenged the kids, do you want to be saved? You have to be humble. I asked, how many of you have been saved in 1 and in 2? Then they all raised their hand. And then I said, okay, if you want to be saved, come up here and meet me. One came. Then another came. Then they all came. So I said, okay, if you've been saved, go sit down. And they all sat down except one. So we explained the gospel to her, and she didn't get saved yet, but seed has been sown, planted. Pray for the ministry at FSDB, and I challenge you, be humble, not proud. Thank you.
I mean, it was red, but maybe I could see.